All right, all right, all right. Hello, beautiful, wonderful people. How are you doing today? This fine day? You know, I appreciate you. I'm Johnny, also known as the Lone Soldier, here on Twitch. YouTube channel is Bologna&Weiners Coding. Let's go. That is what we are doing. Okay. Now, I want to do some quick shout outs here. Quick shouty outies. I want to shout out Suncor. Suncor? What? I'm just learning how to read, apparently, guys and gals. Just learning how to read. Sun Coast Software, let's go, on YouTube. Thank you for the recent comment. Very kind, sir. Appreciate you. That was so wonderful. So quick shout outs to Sun Coast Software. All right. Also, shout outs to recent followers here on Twitch. Now I just gotta find it. Where is that again? Okay, hold up. Whoops. Bear with me, guys and gals. I'm a terrible mod. Terrible. I think it's this one. I usually save it somewhere so that I can kind of reflect on it later. Okay. Scrolling through a 10,000 word document. Crazy sauce. Okay, here we go. Shout outs to the latest supporters here on Twitch. Fam, brothers and sisters. You know I appreciate you. Dude's cousin and Falabest. Let's go. Okay. Anything else I needed to do before we get going? Trying to wake up my chatbot here a little bit too. Chatbot, what are you doing? Wakey. Eggs and bakey. Sheesh. Software, you know? It's like it has a brain of its own some days. I swear to God. I swear to God. Okay, not literally speaking, figuratively speaking. All right. Okay. Let's see. I've done that. I've done this. I've done that. Trying to finish up with the mod stuff. Let's go. Ooh, this is kind of neat. Trying to keep chat here a little bit busy, so it's not, this. Let's see if I can find that again. This is it. One more time. Let's do it again. Hilarioso. Speaking of that, I should open up the stream. Make sure we're golden over there. All right, perfect. That's awesome. It's awesome. I just have to make certain that we're good on the stream. Recently, I bought myself a new headset because I needed it. Those earbuds were driving me crazy. Not recommending Turtle Beach anymore. That's garbage. I don't know how many pairs of headsets I've bought from Turtle Beach and they just all failed and broke. So I got a HyperX now. HyperX Cloud Stinger 2. So far, so good. I'm happy, satisfied. All right, I think we should get into things now. Let's get into this. We shall get going. Here we are. Continuing on with some Winforms fun and goodness, because why not? It's good for practice and learning, I guess. There's other... let's see here. Hold up before... I want to get all my information correct before I speak word molecules. Looking at a comment, recent comment, right here by Suncoast Software. His question was, or concern, Winforms in 2026. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Big question mark. He recommends, why not WPF? WPF, kind sir. I have videos, I believe, on WPF. It just, actually, I don't even have an answer for that right now because I know it crashed. It was buggy. And then WinUI or Avalonia, which I have not tried. I have not tried WinUI, nor have I tried Avalonia. So I don't really have a comment in regards to that. Seems like something I would have to learn. But again, for myself, I think I'm a believer in once you learn something, anything else afterwards kind of is easy to learn. So I think you can kind of jump from one language or one program to another with no issues or problems at all. Anyways, so, but for me, myself, Winforms, I find it's robust, it's stable. That's why I like it. It's robust and it's stable. And it's also still, I don't know if it's still supported, but obviously it's had lots of support, which makes it a great program or software application to use for creating your own programs and or software. All right. Okay. Let's do this. Now, I spend time trying to prepare and that some information I just didn't get to prepare for good, solid answers or reasoning. So hopefully I get better prepared for that for any future questions. Okay. Now, what shall we do next? Let's continue adding some stuff, all right? Let's start building the application and trying different things for fun. So what I've been thinking is, I was kind of thinking, what should I do? What should I create? What can we turn this into, right? Obviously, we're going to want to try different things, and I want to show you guys and gals how to kind of create code and create your own kind of applications. I love mathematics a lot, so I tend to do a lot of mathematics related coding, if you will. Okay, let's start dragging and dropping and creating. I think we should, you know what, let's do this. We are still creating, yes. I'm going to do this. Let's do this today. We're going to work on... Okay, so that's all there. We're going to drag and drop A panel. That's what we're gonna do. Let's do a panel this time, guys. Sound good? All right, we're gonna do a panel. Panels. I guess I should have it here. And there we go. Dragging and dropping a panel. Now this is where I want it to be on the right side. Went too far. You have a move icon here. You can resize and position. Here's the name of mine. So name it. It's kind of one of the first things you want to do. We're getting right into this, guys and gals. Okay. I just like the doing. I'm a doer. I could create, I could do, I guess. Try my best to explain the best to my abilities. And there. So there we go. There we go. I'm going to add in my own back color. I'm going to use RGB values 126, 54. I know what they are. That's the color. It's one of the complementary colors I was showing you guys and gals the other day. Also, one other, speaking of that, there was one more I wanted to show you. Back when I was kind of doing Unity stuff and interested in doing 2D games where you're doing 2D or pixel art. Okay. Where is it again? Again, it's easier if I go through Bookmarks Manager and find it. Here we go. This is it. Yes, here we go. I think this is the one I didn't share with you. Okay, it's another good one. Here we go. Okay, 2D related, pixel art. If you're interested in pixel art, that's how you see images. It's crazy, crazy thoughts. Not wild though. You can make an image just by putting together a bunch of squares. I love it. So it's called nerdyteachers.com Pico-8 palettes. This is, I came across this when I was doing working with a lot of colors and color palettes and hex code and RGB values and so forth. So there you go. Isn't that wild? Just mixing colors together. I really love it. It's an art and a talent in its own. When I got into just learning to do this, how do I say this? I instantly grew a huge respect for those that do digital art. It's pretty amazing what they can do. So a lot of information here as well. Pretty cool site. Okay. Just wanted to share that with you. Let's continue. Now, guys and gals, I don't really have a plan. We're just doing this. That's what we're doing. Just so you know. Okay, I'm going to anchor it. Left, top, bottom, and right. Top, bottom, and right. Okay, those are my anchors. I do that because when I maximize it, I want it to stretch. Okay, so location. I want to confirm my size here of my form before I do this. 1440 by 900 is the one I have for this one. So I'm just going to do this. We're going to resize the form. It's going to be a little bit bigger, slightly bigger. Okay. I'm going to build this and run it just to see the size. Oh, are you still building? What's going on? There we go. Okay. Perfect. Now, back to this. The position is, again, I'm just kind of going off the values of one I already created. Okay, so location is, okay, let's click things and then that'll help. Sheesh! What am I doing, Bob? Okay, I gotta get the fogginess out of the brain today, apparently. There's fogginess going on upstairs. Just keeping it real, I guess. Okay, 12, 14, and 0. There we go. There's the position. It's putting it into the top right corner. Should be. Let's have a look, and there we go. Okay. And now we're going to size it. The size is going to be, no, pick that. 210. That's the width depth, the width depth, and 861. You have to do a little math to figure it out. Okay, and so there we have it. Okay, and if I stretch it or size it, it should do that. That's the part of the anchoring, guys and gals. Okay. Okay. Let's keep going. So now I'm going to add some more. Remember how I was explaining that this is a container? I should still have this here. I could actually drag and drop it inside here now. I'm ready because I needed my label to do that. So I wanted to do that. So now this is in, check it out. I'll show you something cool. Okay, so check out the location values here. 879, 447. That is, these location values or coordinates are based on the form itself. Okay, so those are the form, what could we call them? Local variables? Sure. Or global variables? However you want to look at it. Okay, so as soon as I drag and drop this into the panel, now those location values change. So now they become an object inside the container. So do take note of that. That's tips and advice for you guys and gals, because you might not see that on any other channel. I kind of give you tips and advice and stuff that's kind of unique and not really shown or shared. Okay? So be aware of that, because now this object is part of this label. Okay, it's a container inside. Okay, or an object inside the container, I mean. I do have to pay attention to what I'm saying sometimes. Sheesh! I have my good days and my bad days, folks, but I keep going. Okay, let's trooper on. Now, let's position that, and that's going to be 82, let's see, hang on, 126 and 9. Is that where I have it? Interesting. 126 and 9 for a location. Let's see where it goes. Okay, should be somewhere in here. There it is. Perfect. What else did I do? 75 and 23 is the size. We don't need to size it. It's 0. Everything else is still good. Now I could, so this is where before I actually changed the back color. Now the reason I did that, guys and gals, right? Do recall. Okay, now it's not showing. Let's see. Is it still on control? Yes, it is. I'm going to go Control Z to undo. Clicking that. Oh, now the back color changes as soon as I drag it into it. That's pretty cool. Okay, so another thing to be aware of. And also, the anchor is going to be top and left. Now it's really kind of, I guess it could be top right. Again, you got to remember that this is now an object inside of a container. It doesn't have coordinates based on the form itself, right? So for all intents and purposes, this doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter if we're going to go top left or top right, because when we expand it, we can't even see it anyways, right? So it's inconsequential. Inconsequential, yes. And let's lock it. And there we go. Okay, that's all that thing is going to really do. It doesn't serve much purpose other than what it does for the code behind. Okay? As I showed and shared with you other stream. Okay. Now, let's add some, let's do a border. So now I want a border on these. So you can actually continue adding panels. It's something I do. I'm certain you could do a border like this. No, border style, fixed. None. Let's see what it does, okay? What does it give us? Anything? It gives us kind of a border? Let's find out. It seems to give you a little bit of a border. Doesn't seem to be much. Control Z. Border gone. Seems like it. Okay? So what I like to do, now again, the border should be none, or style is none. Okay? We can also add, this is something I like to do, which is kind of fun. So we'll add to it. I'm going to add another panel. Okay, I dragged and dropped it right inside. So now again, this is now a container inside of a container, if you will. All right. I'm going to name this the same name as my main panel, except this time it's going to be number 2. Again, it's just an item number. So we have 2 items now. Okay. And continuing. I'm going to actually also change the back color. Back color, I'm going 136, 136, 136. And it gives me a gray. Okay. And if you're wondering where you get those values from, well, one, the internet can give them to you. And it's also in here because I can't select this and copy and paste that. I have to actually copy and paste the RGB values because that's the only thing this text box, if you will accept. Okay? And 136, 136, 136 should be in here. Okay? It's basically pressed border like color. Okay? Now I'm going to resize it. Trying to go a little bit quicker here. Doing my best, but I'm looking back and forth a lot. Top, bottom, and right. Top, bottom, and right. Because they're vertical. These are going to be my vertical legs, if you will. And I want them to also stretch. So, let's move on here. What is the location? Again, now the location is going to be local to this container. That makes sense? I hope that makes sense. This would be global, and inside would be a local. So we got to use local coordinates because we're local to this object. Okay, if I move this out, now it's going to change to global coordinates. I hope that makes sense. Okay, location is going to be 0, 3. Okay, there we go. You notice that? Because if we went global coordinates, it would go here, right? Let's go. Things you learn that nobody else teaches you. Okay, now I want to size it. Okay, I want it to be a different size. So I'm going to have a width of 3. Okay, because the size is wrong. I'm going to go with a width, W-I-D-T-H, because I can't speak very well. And we're going to stretch it. Essentially, I want to stretch it vertically here. Okay. Now I could change the width to 5 if I wanted it a little bit more thickness. Okay, you can see it went a little wider. And I did a little bit of math to figure out what I wanted it to be. 8, 5, 8. Okay, it's simple math. If you look here, the length of this main one is 861. Because my thickness is 3, I basically subtracted it. 2 times 3 is 6. So the length of it is 858. 861. Did I only go 3? Okay. Let's see. Okay, just hold on. I might have to fix it a little bit because it's going all the way down. 861. I want to go 2 times 3. So obviously I only went 3. My position is, it's kind of going a little bit extra. I know here my position is left is X, but the Y is 3. So it means it went down 3. But it's going all the way to the bottom here. So let's test something out. If you like to be perfect, going back here, 861. So we got to subtract 3 more, which takes us to 5. And it's hard to tell. It really is kind of hard to tell, but there should be a gap of 3 at the top and the bottom. Hopefully. That's the idea. Okay, that's done. Let's duplicate. So I could click it or select it, right click, and then copy. This is a little quick trick here. And the reason I do this is because I don't want to keep editing the properties all the time and redoing it over and over. So if I copy it and paste it, now I've got already the attributes that I want, right? So now all I have to do is position it. Let's do this. Positioning it, and I also have to rename it. Okay, it's not really going to be needed or utilized in code, but I don't mind giving them labels. I could shorten it. I could have just left it as panel 1, panel 2, panel 3. I could have kept it simple, right? There's no real reason for me to give it any fancy names because we're not using it in code behind. All right? Okay. Where's the location? Location. Just gotta make sure I'm selecting the right one here. Come on. They're a little tricky to select. Okay, there we go. 207 and 3. There we go. So now it's to the right side. Now I don't think it's perfect, but again, I'm a little bit picky and finicky. If I wanted, personally, if I was doing this by myself, I'd spend a little more time, make sure it was like perfect. But again, I'm trying to speed things up here. And again, I need to remind myself something I always like to say: it all looks good from an airplane. Perfect. Okay. And the tab indexes, I'm going to zero out. Again, tab index is 0. There's no reason to tab to this stuff. And I'm going to select my other one. That's good. That's good. Okay. Just had to fix things up in the other program. Okay, did it save? It must have. All right, let's do another. Hopefully that's good. Do I have everything done? Size is the same, yeah. Okay. Location 207 and 3. Okay, that one says what? Hold up. 207 and 0. 207's 3. Okay, I see what I kind of did with the other one. That's okay. 3 and good enough. All right, let's do another. So I'm going to just duplicate this. Paste it. This time we're going to do the horizontal ones, okay? Try to speed this up here. 1, 2, 3. This is going to be 4. This should be 2. This should be 3, and this will be 4. Now we want it to be. I have it as top right. Top and right. Now, that's the other thing, the anchor. Did I check my anchor on that other one? Let me just double check. Top, bottom, right. They should be the same. Top, bottom, right. Okay, good. Now this one, well, yeah, because it copied it. Same attributes. Top and right. The size is going to be different. The location is going to be 0, 0. 0, 0, 0. Okay. Make sure I don't deselect it by accident, because I have to resize it. Right now it's right over top of the other one. Okay, 210 and 3. This time it's going to have a longer width, and its Y is going to be the thickness. There we go. Boom, you can see it now. Okay. Let us continue. And 0. Tab stop. I forgot to change that, so I'm going to put true and true and true. Just one of the things I missed. And then we're going to duplicate this one. Paste. And copy the, whoops. Again, they're really kind of tricky to select because they're very thin, right? So if you notice, the very tip of my cursor is what's selecting it. Okay. Now this one's going to have obviously a different anchor. Bottom and right. bottom and right. Now, let me double check this top one here. What did I do exactly? Top right, bottom right, top, bottom right, top, bottom right. I felt like I did something, but I think we're okay. What is going on there? What did I do? Interesting. Okay, there's no way. Did I... Hold up. Just hang on. Before I do any of that, I'm curious about something. Something just kind of seems... I'm not able to select him independently, so I was wondering that. And the back color's right. Back color's right. Okay, let's do that again. I had him on tab stop true. Let's do all this before we do any of that. Copy and paste. We'll start again. Control C. And 5. It's very meticulous, guys and gals. Very meticulous. It's doing it again, which is strange. Okay. There we go. Finally got it. Okay. And I'm going to go 0. And my location of that one is 3. 3, which means I'm moving it over. I see what I did with the other ones because I was trying to not have them overlap at the corners. So hopefully they're a little shorter because I made my verticals a little bit shorter. And location is 3858, except it's 855, right? There we go. It's down there. And again, it's really hard to select. There we go. Got it. Okay, perfect. So now I'm going to go through all of these. I'm going to try. If you want to select multiple, just hold Control. I think I have them all. And I'm going to change tab stop to false. And then just quickly check all of them to make sure they're okay. Okay, that one didn't get selected. And false. All right. And there we go. Oh, and I got to make sure they're all locked as well. So let's lock them all. True. I'm trying to multi-select here except for the bottom one. And oh, did I get it? No, whoops. I didn't. Locked is true. Okay. Let's build that, run it, and have a look. All right. There we go. See? And again, like I said, guys and gals, the anchors, setting up your anchors is important. Sometimes it takes a little bit of practice and testing to get it right. Okay, but you'll get it. Again, that's what you want it to do. You want this one here isn't though. Okay, so I have to check that one. It's doing something funny that I don't want it to do. Top, oh, right here. That's what it is. See? That's how easy it is to make silly mistakes. Let's do this. Not that one. That's the wrong one. All right, let's try it again and make sure it's good. Okay, should be at the bottom and expand. All right. Now the yays work. Okay, that's a little bit of work to do that, of course, naturally. Now, that's just a way of creating your own custom borders if you want. It's a little meticulous, can be tedious, may pull your hair a little bit, but just breathe, okay? Just breathe. Okay, let's start adding some stuff in it. Okay, perfect. Now that that's done. For me, it's a right section. It creates separation. I'm going to add buttons and such in here. And we're trying to make it a little more appealing, right, to the eye, visually. That's the goal. You may have better ideas or better designs. Hopefully you do. And yeah, just I wish you all the best and go with it. Okay. We're going to drag and drop one of our custom labels inside. It's going to be inside our container. I'm going to start copying and pasting text, trying to speed things up here. We're going to change this to, I'm just going to call it drop. Okay, I want my label names to be different. Label, styles, drop A. It's just random. Again, name. It's a style. And yeah, I don't know what else am I gonna do. Well, it depends on what I'm doing here, right? Depends on my application. So I'm thinking of doing something like, let's see. Again, I'm just winging it here, guys and gals, trying to think of ideas, concepts of what to do. So I know a lot of you not fans of math. I am. Okay, so we're gonna set it up, the program where a user enters a set of coordinates. Okay, and then it's gonna calculate basically its slope, right? So hopefully you did well in mathematics. And what we're going to be doing is, here's an example, okay? It's basically y equals mx plus b in a nutshell. And what we're going to be doing is subtracting the second y coordinate from the first y coordinate. And same thing with the x coordinates. We're just going to work this right now. Okay, if we can get that far. Okay, that's the goal. So with that said, again, it depends on the program that you're doing. I know I'm going to be placing a text box. That's what I'm going to be placing there. Okay, so in that case, let's see, having a look. What can I label? I can label it, let's see, first we're going to do x1 and then y1. And then we're going to do x2, y2. That's the way the user is going to enter the values, okay? I'm going to do something like, user enter your x value, your first x value, something to that effect, okay? So this is going to have a label name of something that's, you know, kind of related to it. Okay. I could go x1, right? See what I'm doing here? And sure, good enough. Okay. I'm going with transparent. Again, in my code behind, I could change these to transparent. I could, but let's say I want some labels that aren't transparent, right? So it's just a matter of kind of changing it in your properties. All right. This is going to be top left. Again, it's based on local local coordinates, local to this panel. All right. Fix single. Let's see. Hang on. Top left. False, true, transparent. Fix single. Yeah. Don't really have to change that too much. I'm going to change the font. There we go. And size 12. The location 9,38. Location. There's so much to look at here. I'm trying to find everything quickly. 38. There we go. I can lock that because now I'm happy with where it is. Again, we can move it around wherever you position stuff. That's all up to you. Okay. I'm just kind of going with what I already have set up. All right. Now the size should change based on whatever text you place in there. Okay, so the text is going to be, I can't really do subscripts. How can I get subscripts from the internet? Let's see, maybe we can get it to work. Subscript, alt function or alt code for subscript 1. See if I can get that. Hot symbols. Hot symbol is a good site. That works. Nice and quick. No, I'm not downloading anything. It's called Hot Symbol. All I did was search. I'm just going to click back. Alt code for subscript 1. Scroll to Hot Symbol. And it's a matter of just copying the symbol. This should work. I know it works in AutoCAD. I can do these sort of little tricks. I do know most of the alt codes, but subscripts is kind of one of them things you don't really use much. I don't know if it'll work or not. We'll see. X1. It may work. Let's see. Oh, it actually did. Let's go. Oh. Ah, you silly children. You silly children. I should make it larger though. Okay, it is a little small. Let's go, I don't know, let's go to 16, see what it looks like. Okay, there we go. It's supposed to be a subscript. What can we call them? I don't know. There's really no name for them. They're X values. I could maybe type enter X1. Enter X1. Something to kind of prompt the user a little bit. Where are you, text? Silly me. Home. Enter X1. Yeah, we'll go like that. And then maybe a colon. Let's see. Enter X1. See what it looks like with a space. There we go. All right, let's roll with it. Location 938. Location. Make sure I select it. 938. Okay, good. It's locked. True. Right to left. No. Size. Again, size kind of just goes on its own. I wouldn't worry about it too much. I place my tab index 0. And of course it's going to be visible. I think we're okay. So I'm going to copy and do another one. What I want to do now is it's going to be Y1. And it has all the same, it has all the same attributes. Whoops. Oh, I know why it's arguing with me, because I didn't change that to Y. There we go. And this is going to say Y1. Perfect. And location is going to be 9110. Boom. Let's do another one. This time it's going to be obviously subscript 2. Find hot symbol. Perfect. I like it because it's just quick and easy. Quick and easy. And Control V. There we go. And boom. Let's go. Hot symbol. Turn it up. And that position is going to be 9182. There we go. And it should be locked. It should have all the attributes. You gotta be aware that the tab index is always going to change based on. We must have. Interesting. Oh, there it is. There's one. I'm gonna have to quickly double check these. 0. There we go. 0. I missed that. The panel stuff is, you know, a little bit of work. It's the way I do it, so I don't mind, I guess. But you have to double check a lot. All right. Now let's get the last one done. And the last one is going to be location 9254. Again, you can move it. I could move it, but I know the values. 254. Is that what I was saying? 254. And this, make sure I change it to Y. There we go. There we go. We're slowly getting something, guys and gals. Slowly getting it. How are we doing for time? Welcome, welcome. Wow, time flies when you're having fun. Guys and gals, I have no idea where the time goes. I know I talk and chat a little bit in the beginning, but I try my best to kind of get right into it. And then all of a sudden, it's like, that's it. The hour is already almost up. Okay, let's run it and have a look. Nice. Nice, nice. I maximize it. It does the things I want it to do. Annoying phone callers, be gone. All right. And we're going to finish up here for today, but let us do this. I'll do something else just to kind of keep this video interesting. We're going to add in quickly a text box. Let's do that. Am I using custom? Do I have custom text boxes? No. I'm using a standard basic text box. Okay. So I'm going to drag and drop. That's going to go right into here, right into my container. All right. And we're going to give it a name. It's kind of one of the first things I do is to remember to give it a name. So it's a text box. I just copy and pasted it. What I usually use is txt and box underscore. Again, it depends on the program. Text boxes, now you're going to be using this name, right, in code, in your code behind. Okay. I should double check also the other ones, but the other ones don't really matter so much. X1, Y1. See, I didn't finish this. Okay. So sometimes you'll have to go back and do a little updating, but it's no big deal. And this is going to be Y2. These aren't really necessary for code. I could have just kept them as basic simple label X1, right? LBL X1. I could have kept it something simple like that, right? Going like this, and it should fix. There we go. You got to click inside here. If you want to do an undo, you just kind of click any random spot in your form and then go Control Z, and then it will do an undo for you. Okay? Those are fine. All right? So this is going to also be drop X1. Drop X1. There we go. It's a little long, but that's okay. All right. Position is, now these are all top left, right? Top left, top left. These are all top left, top left, top left. Yeah. Again, if you copy them, they should still have the same attributes. Make sure that you are satisfied with your attributes for your object before you copy it. Okay, this is going to be a top right apparently. We'll see how it goes. Okay. And the back color I'm going with, let's see. Just want to check something here quickly. Yeah, okay. The back color I went with white smoke. Back color. I could actually click this. Now, here's something I haven't showed you guys and gals yet. You have some kind of standard built-in ones. Okay? Custom. You can create your own custom colors here and then save them all as well. You can scroll here and use one of the web custom colors. I'm using white smoke, and just click the little down arrow and you'll get it. Okay? Or you can type it in. That's the background. Fixed 3D. True, normal. Size is 9.75. Location 373. Seems a little okay, hold up. This is 938 and this is 3. It seems a little off a little bit. Oh yeah, I made my font a little bit bigger. That's what it is. So let's go down. I went from 12 to 16, right? Yeah. So maybe we'll try moving it 2 more down. Maybe we'll go 4 down. Okay, it should be a little bit more than that. Size. Let me size this so it looks a little better. Okay. This is something you can actually size. 204, 22. Height is going to be constant. And there we go. Okay, that's not too bad. Again, I could lower it. Lower it a little bit more if I want. That's the Y value, right? There we go. It's looking a little better. Okay, and lock it. True. And this is something we do want to tab to, right? So again, I don't know why it's at 4. That's interesting. What else do I have on this? This should be 0. This should be 0. I don't have too many items going on here. That should be 0. Tab stop's going to be true on this. No text right now. Tab stop is true. It's going to be tab index 1 because I want the user to tab to it. Now, for some reason, we're still getting 4. There's 2 there, so that's 0. And 3, there we go. That's what it is. Okay. All right. And let's just quickly do the others. Copy and paste. This is going to be Y1. And the location is going to be 3145, which I may change, right? But we'll just use it as a starting point. Now, if I recall, I went, how many did I go? I went to 79. I increased it by 6. So increase this by 6 is 51. There we go. All right, drop the A's. That's the start, the beginning of it. We shall do more. Next video, guys and gals. Again, you can see I could enter values, numeric values into this. Again, there's a limit to how many values you could, or how large they are as well. But that's the start. That's the beginning. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for your patience and understanding with me getting slowly the bugs and cobwebs out of my head and getting going on this little mini project we're doing. I'm Johnny with Whiskey. I'm so used to saying that all the time. Bologna&Weiners coding here on Twitch, A Lone Soldier. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take care for now.